Hello friends, hi. This is my 2025 Disney pin collection. I'm going to go through things, talk about my collection, how it's grown, how it's changed, all that fun stuff. So let's get started with some loose pins. Most of my pins are in pin books, so I'll go through all those. But first, these are the ones that I don't have in pin books for whatever reasons. I'm going to talk about pins a lot, so get comfortable, get some water. I'm gonna just talk about Disney pins too long, but I'm letting myself do that for this here video. Let's get started with some trader pins. So we have this Pinfolio mini show. If I went to the Disney parks, this is a product that I like. I brought it to parks when I went in the past. I went to Disney World in 2024. And I brought this. So there's nothing on the inside. Usually what I do is I put what I'm willing to trade on the outside, anything I want to keep on the inside because you can't see it. And I'm not one to show off pins I have when I go to the parks. If you can see it on me, I'm willing to trade it. So that's my philosophy for these pins. These were a lot of just mystery set, mystery box, mystery bag pins. That's mainly what I put on the board. So yeah, let's go into everything. Horace, this is a part of a Horace and Clarabelle collection. I overheard one of the big pin people talking about how they collect, and that's really changed my pin getting philosophy these past few years. And I like Clarabelle Cow and I like attractions, and I have a couple side collections here and there, but that's mainly what I do. I'm saying all that because this Horace came with a Clarabelle Cow pin, and I kept it for like 2 years or whenever this was released, because they were a matching set. But I don't collect Horace, I collect Clarabelle, so I'm willing to let go of this. A couple of these, so like these Princess Pumpkin Spice and the Dumbo, I'm getting rid of because I don't like the 3D rubberized element on pins a whole lot. So I don't know, I just don't really like it. And then for the Dumbo one, this is a part of a set where it's just different characters in this like succulent like manner. I used to collect a lot more like plant and nature pins, and I'm really letting go of that. So in this video I'm going to talk about letting go of pins a lot. It's trading. I mainly trade in person out in Chicago or on Pin and Pop. So when I talk about these are traders, that's where you can trade with me. But I am letting go of my plant and garden collection with the exception of like 2 or 3 pins, but you'll see a lot of those go up for trade. We have like a couple Loungefly box lunch sets where these are just some duplicates, getting rid of those. Mickey Mouse Magical Chef, getting rid of that. This is a Moana booster set. I got this booster set for like $10 for the booster set, and they're usually like $45 in the park, so I felt really good, and I only wanted 1 pin, so I should have just got that 1 pin. But I've seen the pin go for like 11 or 12, or I could get the booster set for 10. So I rationalized it in my mind. I don't collect all the Moana characters. So willing to get rid of Moana. And then this is a duplicate of a Loungefly set where it's like princesses holding their princess hand. And I got a dupe of Rapunzel. And then the last one is this Maleficent Dragon Mickey Earhead villain set. This is superly commonly faked set, but I got my pack from the Disney parks like 5-6 years ago. I don't know when they first came out, but mine is authentic, and I'm gonna put it back on the board. I thought I was gonna collect that whole set. I decided not to, so there is that. What else do we have? Just some random loose pins that I have before I show you all the books I have. Another trader I have is this Cinderella 70th bubble. I got this back in like 2018, 2019 for Cinderella's actual 70th anniversary. I thought it was a cool element, but I don't collect Cinderella. So it's hard with this bubble element. You can't put it in a book. I can't. It's hard to ship, hard to store. I don't collect Cinderella. So if you're a Cinderella collector and you really want this and you're in the Chicagoland area, meet up at that pin event, because I feel like this has to be an in-person thing. I just don't feel comfortable shipping it. Other traders I have is this box set, which is like crazy. I broke up a box set. I did. Sorry. So this is from Mickey's Toontown of Pin Trading. This is an old pin trading event that used to happen. And you can see there's a pin missing. It's Clarabelle Cow. I, for whatever reason, got this entire box set for like $30, and now you just don't get this box set for that price anymore. So I don't collect Pete, Donald, or the nephews. So I'm willing to let it go, and I'm the bad one who broke up a box set. So if you want any of these, again, Pin and Pop, in-person pin trading event, I have those. But I think this is going to just go to collectors. That's why you don't see a lot of them on the market, but you'll see this Clarabelle cow pin later. I'm willing to trade those for. We have a fig pin, Sorcerer Mickey. I thought I was going to collect Sorcerer Mickey, but there's just too much. And I might keep Sorcerer Mickey as like a side collection for me, but I don't know. Like when I first started, it was Clarabelle and Sorcerer Mickey, and I just don't have a lot of Sorcerer Mickey pins, so I'm not really a Sorcerer collector. But that's fine. Let's go to more traders. I'll get into like the good collection later on, but like I said, this is going to be a longer video. These are just some more traders I would put on the board at the parks. A lot of these are either sets that I thought I was going to complete and then I gave up on it. So like this Marvel Heroes set. I don't collect all Marvel. I collect Spider-Man, Black Panther, Thanos, Scarlet Witch. I just don't want my Marvel collection to get too out of hand, which it can because Marvel pins are so cheap because I'm the only one that like collects the pins. So like you'll see a couple of those pins. I wanted to complete the set. Now I don't. Again, we have more of the Moana ones. Magical Chef Mickey, I pulled a bunch. Maleficent Ice Cream Munchling, I got a bunch. This is a Stitch from the Fantasyland set out in Disneyland. I'm close to completing this set. I got duplicate Stitches. I feel like people like Stitch. He's riding Space Mountain, question mark. He's riding something. I don't know. But that's a dupe. I have a Bashful, question mark, hidden Mickey. We have this Milan from the set, and it was all the princesses, and it built a castle. Getting rid of that. I had the whole castle built, and I'm like, actually, I don't collect all the princesses, so I don't need it. We have Iago and Diablo from like the bird sidekick set. Then in the Abu pixie plush, because I am working on the pixie plush, but I just, I had a dupe, so getting rid of the dupe. And then on the back, another dupe Goofy. This is a 2024 pin that I actually got in 2025. So I went to Disney World in 2024, so like it made sense because I went to the parks in this year, but I don't need a Dumbo 2024 pin. This is a Her Universe Princess boot. This is Belle. They're fine. I needed to get another pin box to get free shipping at Bob's Lunch, so I got this one. I don't collect the series, so I'm willing to trade it. And then again, these are more from that Marvel set that I'm letting go of. This is an Evil Queen that I'm willing to let go of, and a Flounder Ice Cream. These are getting faked. I got my pack directly from Walt Disney World a couple years ago, so mine is real if you see a couple of those. But these are just some parks traders that I have, because you never know when you gotta go to a Disney park and trade some pins, Do I live near the parks? Not at all. I would have to fly to get to any of them. But like, what if tomorrow I have to go to the Disney parks? All paid for by someone else, of course. I really just need my passport and my pins, and I'm ready to go. So I want to kind of stay ready in case I have the opportunity to go to Disney, and also separate my trader pins from my regular pins. So as I go on and I trade things, we have all that. Let's go through more traders. This is just a random board. I used to have a lot of these hexagon boards. You'll see them in my previous Disney pin video. I'm not loving them anymore. So these are more traders. We have like this succulent vase set. I thought I was going to collect these, but then I gave up on that plant and garden pin collection. So there are those. We have this Goofy Phantom Manor pin trading event from Disneyland Paris. I was on Whatnot and I was hyped up about pins. And I won this in a giveaway. And so like it was free a little bit because I did spend a lot in that Whatnot show. But like I don't collect Goofy. I don't collect the pin trading event pins. He's a trader. We have this Princess Float. This is a trader again. I'm getting rid of most of my princesses except for one that you'll see later. We have these three princesses right here. I know I got this one because I was on the Disney store online, Shop Disney, and I needed to get like $10 more to get free shipping. And this pin was like $12 or $13, so I got it, and it has Tiana, and she's the princess I collect and I keep, but I don't need this pin. And then we're gonna skip Hortensia for a second. We have this Woody hidden Mickey that I got in the parks. I don't want to collect this whole set, so getting rid of it. And then this is an Hortensia and Oswald. I considered collecting Hortensia. I'll probably hold on to this one for a second and get rid of other traders first, but I like her. I kind of want to collect Hortensia, but her pins are all like $200 because there's just not a lot of Hortensia pins. So there we go. There's Hortensia, which I kind of want to keep, but I don't need to start any more collections. But it's like, who has Hortensia pins? No one, because they're all super expensive. So there we go. If you want like a fun character to collect, it's not like Ariel, go for Hortensia, go for Clara Cluck. You know, just have your traders ready because she's a very expensive character to collect. These have to go somewhere. I'm keeping them. They're from Disney Pins blog. They are a Mickey and Minnie tennis set. I really love tennis. I'm trying to stop myself from starting a characters playing tennis collection, but you know, we'll see how well that goes if we just keep pulling some pins. This I got from Disney Online Administrative Professionals Day 2025. I'm currently an admin, so I thought this was cute, and it is. It features Roz. I like it. I need to put it in my personal collection. I just haven't for whatever reason. Other loose pins, Permeable Whirl. I'm so happy I got this pen for the price that I got it at. I got this pen 3 or 4 years ago for like 20 bucks on eBay. This is from the opening of the attraction from March 2002. It's still sealed in its package. And as we all know, Dinosaur has announced its closure. Depending on when I got this video out, it might actually be closed. So I'm happy I got this when I did. Didn't spend too much money on it. And it's like a Mickey spinner. I liked Primeval World, but I also just like that ride type. So it's fun. There's Mickey on it. Beautiful pin. I'm gonna keep. I collect attractions. I really like attractions that are no longer in the parks. You'll see that in my attractions collection. That's just like something I really zone in on. But yeah, really love that one. What else do we have? I have... This is a part of my Clarabelle Cow pin collection, but I don't have it with it because like it's this big, thick frame set. But it is a 75 years with Mickey LE pin. It's like this framed easel, and then you can like actually stand up the easel, or you can like take the frame off and make it like its own pin. I still have it in the packaging. It's Mickey as a band leader, but there's Clarabelle Cow on it, so I got it for a decent price. And his Clarabelle, so of course I had to get it. But it's from the band leader short, which Clarabelle is featured in. So there is that. What else do I have? I have my Pua collection that I'm looking to get rid of. So I used to have a little Pua side collection. And it's really like these pins here. I've gotten rid of like 1 or 2 to trade. I'm just not a Pua collector anymore, and so I think it's best to trade them. The one with Pooh and the Sorcerer Hat is a fantasy pin that I will not be trading or getting rid of, but the other 5 here I would be willing to trade. This one that's Moana 2 is Loungefly. This yellow one at the bottom is Loungefly, because Loungefly did not always have the greatest quality, but it has improved. These 2 in the middle are from Disneyland Paris, and the one up top is a 2024... What was that big event? The out in California, D23 event. So they had like these like pie characters with like strawberries and such right there. So there's Pua. So I'm willing to get rid of most of these pins. I like Pua, but like I said, I'm trying to just get rid of a lot of my like micro side collections that I no longer need. So Up next, we have this set that kind of went wild. If you're watching and it's not 2025, you may or may not know that in 2025, Disney pin collecting was wild. Don't know what started it, but I hope it stops. But I got these Happily Ever After pins. They're still in their packaging. I was able to get the first like 4 without an issue from Disney Store online. Like this one in particular, the Snow White, she was online for like a couple days because pins would release on Tuesdays. I got this on like a Thursday or Friday probably. I know it was not that Tuesday. And I got her and then another Pooh Bear pin that y'all will see later on. No issue. And then just as the months have gone on, it's been more difficult to get these pins, and now there's like a virtual queue because I do them online. Then in the parks, they're selling out super fast. So I have these. I like the Happily Ever After set. I'm probably going to hold on to these for like a year and see how far prices drop and see if I can pick up a couple of the other Happily Ever After pins, because I've wanted these pins since like September 2024 when they were announced at like the big pin event, but I'm not willing to spend double or triple the price to get them. So like the past few months have just been super difficult to get. I only have 4. I'll show you all's Tiana in my Tiana collection. But I like them. I like this series genuinely, and it's available to those of us that don't live near the parks. It's just not available online. So we have that. And yeah. Okay, getting into one of my books. Finally, hopefully this will be a little more interesting. My Winnie the Pooh collection. I've always passively done Winnie the Pooh as a collection. I think in the past year I've really picked it up as a side collection. I mainly collect just Pooh, but you'll see some of them have all the characters on it. A lot of these are fantasy pins, so the Pooh Stitch is fantasy, the Pooh ears are fantasy, and the Pooh Disneyland D is a fantasy pin. I don't think these sellers are making pins anymore, but we will double check. I have a Munchling, a spare Munchling, so I just put it there. Eeyore and Piglet, which is like cute. This Pooh Fry is fake. I have 1 or 2 fake pins in my collection. Sorry, I know that took all my credibility away from being like a Disney pin source, but I do. It's Pooh. It's fine. It's like a French fry. It's from one of the Asian parks. I want to say Hong Kong. And I got it on a board. I can tell it's fake. And it's a commonly faked pin. But it's Pooh. So I got it. I liked it. We have this Loungefly Pumpkin Spice Pooh. We have a Thanksgiving Pooh. Pooh Golfing Best Reader Award. This big one right here is a fantasy pin. So I got this for a good deal because it's like imperfect. It's like a C grade, but doesn't bother me at all. We have the Pooh backpack from Shanghai. Very cute collection. We have the Winnie the Pooh ride attraction. Many Adventures of Winnie the Pooh. I love Pooh. I love rides. Beautiful. We have from earlier this year, the Winnie the Pooh Day pin. Love that one. This is from the 55th anniversary of Winnie the Pooh, which is Pooh and Christopher Robin. The supporting cast featuring the main character, Winnie the Pooh. Don't know why they put Pooh on the supporting cast pin, but there we go. Another Tigger's Tsum Tsum. Pretty sure this one is fake as well. So, yeah. This is another fantasy pin. Same person that made the ears and the Pooh above. And then this is like an open edition Parks of Pooh with honey. And then if you open it up, oh, there they are. Here they are. These are the Winnie the Pooh 100 Acre Woods attraction set that came out in 2025. Christopher Robin's going for a scary amount, but I got him a couple days after he released for cost. I got all of these. Around Eeyore and Owl was a little difficult. It was a tad difficult to get the Woozle. As you can see, I'm not up to date because now those are selling out super fast and there's like a queue for some of them online. And then I'm not willing to spend resale prices for people who pick them up in the park. So these are just the Winnie the Pooh ones I have. I would consider getting rid of some of them, but I would be very picky about it. So this would be like a, I don't know what I would give up for them. I also kind of want to wait for them to deflate in price and see if they do. Because they're limited release. Not even limited edition, but we have no clue how many there are. It's just a thing with these pins. It's a thing with so many pins in 2025. So I have them. I like them. I have a Winnie the Pooh collection. I wish I could collect all of them because I thought it was going to, but they just got very difficult this year. So there's that. Then at the very bottom, we have this little Loungefly set of like the Pooh characters sleeping on moons. So we have Tigger, Roo, Pooh, Piglet, and Eeyore. There's technically one more that I'm missing, and that's Owl. Um, I just didn't get Owl. I ordered like a bunch of these boxes, didn't get Owl, and I think I'm okay not having the Owl Moon. If I see it and it's like an easy trade and I don't have to put like too much thought or anything into it, I would get it. But like if I don't have Owl, it's fine. It's fine. And then over here we have more. We have like the boba, but first honey, the slippers. This is an open edition of Pooh with honey. This is a Loungefly Pooh and honey. And then these are from a Loungefly box set of the Heffalump and Roo. I would probably trade these. Just because when I collect Pooh, I mainly want Pooh to be in it. And there is a Pooh for this box set, but I don't really want to have to collect the rest of the box set. So there we go. I want to contain my Winnie the Pooh collection, so I think once I fill out the rest of this Pinfolio page, that'll be it. So we have a little bit of space. I'm trying to slow down with Winnie the Pooh pins, which is hard because there's a lot of them and a lot of them are cute, but I do want to contain my Pooh pins to this one Pinfolio and not have to like expand past it. So there's that. These are more of my traders. Yeah. More traders. We have a Horace. He's an Ellie of 100. I got him. I technically have two of him, so I have 2% of these pins. You'll see that later on. These are just more of the pins I talked about. We have a Loungefly Daisy. I got dupe of the Tigger. We have a Yoda. This is from a box set. The Castle set, the ears. A lot of these are dupes. Dupe Munchlings, dupe Humphrey, dupe of the Ducks of Disney. I get red, white, and blue at times. This, and then the Yoda, and then Ariel and Daisy were all part of a mystery pack that I got. There's solid traders, authentic pins. I did a video on how to identify Disney pins, so that's what I use those for. But like I said, most of these are just traders. This is a Country Club set from Loungefly that I really liked. We have another one of the Fantasy Festival pins, Joey Choo Tinkerbell, the Mr. Toad cup, because I thought I was going to collect the character mugs. I decided not to. Duplicate of the fan, duplicate of the Pixie plush. On this page, we have some from D23, the magazines. Getting rid of the magazines. I thought I was going to collect all the magazines. And then once the rush of D23 kind of left, I don't want them. We have another Minnie Mouse playing tennis. Scrump. Dupe. Duck. This is an Aladdin pin from Paris. It's Jasmine and Raja. Very cute, but like I said, letting go of my Disney pin collection, we have an Incredibles that I got for the 20th anniversary, and I just don't need one-off pins. A Clarabelle that I have a dupe of. I had 2 people pick it up for me in Paris, and then I had one come in, and then one came in a little bit after because the person I used for pickup had a couple issues with the shipping. And I was just really excited to get Clarabelle Cow pin this year, so I have a dupe of her. Then at the bottom, like, this was like a free gift with purchase from Whatnot. They were just giving out pins. They were liquidating their pin collection. Got this one, pretty sure this one in the Character Warehouse. Another Minnie Pooh, a Roo, and then a Stitch. So these are like more traders. This is what I bring to like an in-person event. Not that I go to them a whole lot, but like the one near Chicago, you'll probably catch me with this. Don't have a lot of higher end traders, but I do have a lot of small stuff, so those are some trades. This Pinfolio is my Tiana collection and my mystery sets, so let's get started. There's, yeah, you see her too. I'm gonna make you wait, though. I love Tiana. I truly do. So that's why I have a Tiana collection. I'm trying to keep it contained to a couple pages in this book. I don't need the most Tiana pins. It's a lot of the same pose, a lot of the green dress. When you have princesses, sometimes they all kind of look the same. So I'm not trying to, collect each and every Tiana pin. Just the ones that are kind of stand out. So we have these from the 15th anniversary up here. One was released on Shop Disney, I think, 2 were released in the parks, and when I went in 2024 to Disney World, they released in the park. So I picked these up, no issue. The one I got from Shop Disney, no issue. I don't know which one was which, but these are just beautiful. 15th anniversary. We have the supporting cast. We have this random Loungefly pin that I'd be willing to get rid of. We have the hug. You're going to see a lot of D23 on here. Sorry. The hug, which I really like. And I like Lottie. I like Tia. But I don't get a lot of them together because it's just a lot of repeat designs. So whether it's Disney or it's a licensed retailer, you get so many of this hug design that I just kind of have the hug. I don't need the rest of them because it's the exact same design. We have the Tiana book collection that I really like from D23 that no one else got the vision that I did from this series, but it's a good series. If we go around almost there from D23, this is a Loungefly jumbo pin, and they move back and forth. I should probably show you the pin. The pin moves back and forth, but because it's on this page, you can't see it. The dancing couples, the paint jars. I have a duplicate of the magical chef, so I just kept her here. This is a part of the magazine. I'm keeping the Tiana one. We have the happily ever after slider, so that's great. These are not the easiest to get out, but you have like Mama Odie, and then Lewis, and then Eudora and Charlotte on this side that doesn't want to come out. And then, oh, who's that in the middle? The dress. The D23 green dress. This is probably my most expensive or like most valuable pin I have. If you watch my How I Budget for Disney pin videos, you'll know that I did not pay what these are being listed for right now. So I got a pretty good deal on that one. The only better deal would have been if I got it at retail, but you know, you live and you learn. If we open it up, before we get to those sets, we have more Princess and the Frog. So this is from a little booster set. It says Live Your Passion. This is a fantasy pin. It's part of the Princess Castle. This is like a Metal Magic series that they did for a lot of heroines. These were both from Shop Disney. This is a Paris pin of Tiana. And then the Tiana reflection from this year. I feel like Tiana's reflection is not as high as like Hercules and Punzi, but that's fine by me. Then the rest of these are my mystery sets. So this is where a lot of my money went this year, trying to collect these mystery sets. I had one mystery set last year, and now I have all of these. And that's also why I have a lot of traders, because I've been unboxing mystery sets. So we have, up top, the Magical Chefs. Very cute. Unboxed all of those. We have the fans. I think I only had to purchase 1 or 2 of the fans. Everything else was fine. We have this little booster set of like the Mickey and Friends princess pastries. These pins are huge and I really like them. We have the Walt Disney World 2024 Marvel shirt set. I only had to purchase Ant-Man, I want to say. I got the rest of these naturally on the boards because, like I said, no one really cares about Marvel except for me, so those were easy to get, not too expensive. And then on the side over here, these are the Joey Choo mystery box set that I really like because I like Joey Choo's design styles. So there's that. Next page, what do we have? We have more sets. So up top, these were from Food and Wine. I went to Food and Wine in 2024. Their boxes were sold out by the time I went because I went like the last week, but I was able to find a box at cost from someone on Whatnot. So these are the 2 pins I have for Food and Wine from the mystery set. I actually have quite a few from Food and Wine. We have the villains. I was able to get all of them except for Scar. And I didn't really want these when I went to the parks, but first day I found Ratigan on the board. And I guess no one cared about Ratigan. But he's like the chaser of the set. So I'm like, well, if I already have the chaser and I didn't have to buy a pack, I'll just collect the rest of them. So those were easy to get. We have this Play in the Park set. I like this set. I'm going to just assume that this set's going to be in the parks for a while so I can pick up more if I go to Disney again. Pluto 2024. We have this Stitch set from 2024. I would be willing to trade this entire set for something. I don't love Stitch, but I was able to get most of these on the boards, so I think I really only need to get Christmas. And then once I got them all, I'm like, actually, I don't collect Stitch, so someone wanted to trade sets. or like I get one pin and they get all these completed sets, I'd do that. The ear hats, got them all. I just had to get Figment and the Headless Horseman Chaser, but I got the rest of them on boards and through trade. I like them. I like ear hats. I'm fighting off ears to collect ear hats, so we have that there. Down here, this is the one mystery set I had last year. This is from Epcot Flower and Garden 2020. This like made me fall in love with sets. It's a great mix of like my plants and nature side and my Disney pin side. And this was like the first pin set that I fell in love with, and I've had it since 2020. And I super duper enjoy it. And I think I'm only going to start getting into pin sets if I feel the same level of enthusiasm I had for this set. But it's like a 10 pin set. It's beautiful. I love it. If we come over here, we have a lavender mini. These are from the Japan Disney store. These are older vintage Stitch pins. So we have Stitch with flowers and Stitch with a pot. I like them. Part of my plant and nature collection. Not a huge Stitch fan, but like I probably won't be getting rid of these. We have the carrot pin, and then at the bottom we have the imaginative icons. Right there, I want to finish this set, and then over here we have Kingdom of Cute Series 1 that I'm still trying to finish. Everyone else has finished this set. This set is from like, what, 2017? I'm still trying to finish this set, so I have 4 more to go. We come over here, Munchlings Series 1, including Peppermint Mickey without the nose, because there was a batch that came out without the nose and then with the nose. I have both. We have Munchling Series 2. And then these are some of the carded Munchlings that came out in the past year and a half, 2 years. Minnie, 2 Mickeys, Baymax, the wreath from Nightmare Before Christmas, and then Figment. And then we have even more Munchlings on the back, because I unfortunately completed the Munchling series. There we go. I was able to like unbox most of these, and then a lot of the dupes I put on the boards in my 2024 trip, but I still have a couple left. I don't know. This time last year, I didn't care about Munchlings, and now I even completed Series 4. Then down here, this is a Box Lunch Loungefly pin set. There's 6 of them total. I unboxed like 20 of these. I only have 3. A lot of minis, and I have dupes for these 2. I want to try to just trade for the other 3 because my Box Lunch luck isn't that great. I got like 7 of these minis. I don't want to see her anymore. And then these are sets that are not complete yet. So we have the Pixie plush up top. Missing a couple more of those. This is the Fantasyland Characters Riding Rides set. It's available in Disneyland. I'm missing one, and I think it's Dopey riding a ride, so I just need that one to complete this series. And then at the bottom, the ducks. I like the ducks, unfortunately. So there we go. Then the last page just has more Loungeflies that I have to finish. The ears, I'm just missing Pluto. And then the princesses, I'm missing Cinderella and Mulan. So I'm going to try to trade for some of those. Alright, let's break up the books with some frame sets that I have. So this is an Ellie of 100 school play frame set. It is from the Pin Trading University pin event all the way back in the 2000s. I have it because we have Clarabelle Cow on here, but you just have everyone performing this production, but things are going wrong. It's beautiful, it's great. This is that dupe of the Horus I had, so I do have 1 Horus. So if anyone wants any of these pins, someone broke up a box set because I have a stray Horus, but I'm keeping this nice and framed, and I mainly have it for Clarabelle Cow right there. Up next, I have this jumbo set from D23 2024. It's the Big Thunder Railroad anniversary pin set, and there's Clarabelle Cow. So this, I want to say, is the most money I've ever spent on a pin. I think my dress is my most valuable, but I spent less on the dress than I did on this pin set. But it's like a humongous jumbo pin celebrating Big Thunder, and there is Clarabelle Cow on that first car, so of course had to get it. And these are all separate pins that like interlink. I don't know who would break up a set like this, but someone might have. But yeah, got these at D23. This was the one pin I knew I was going to get from D23 2024 because it was Clarabelle and it was like the easiest one to get. They're expensive because it's like a huge pin, but yeah, I really like it. So if you collect Big Thunder or any of these characters, look out for it. This next pinfolio are side collections I'm thinking of downgrading in my personal pins. So like this first pinfolio page, not getting rid of any of them. It's just a collection of pins that kind of represent myself and things I've done at Disney. So up top we have some of the Disney hotels I've stayed at in my time. We have this Christmas Mickey's Very Merry Christmas Party pin because I went to the Christmas party in 2024 and this was the only pin that was available. And like I'm happy I have it, but like I wish there were more. These are a lot of like personally pins, kind of. Windy City, lived in Chicago for a bit. Lady Tremaine, because when I used to act, I think my biggest role was as Lady Tremaine in Cinderella. It's also like the most fun I've ever had acting, so I got this to commemorate back when I had fun acting and all that fun stuff. This is a little fake Mickey Aquarius pin, but I'm an Aquarius. So we have that. Chicago Bulls, because I love basketball and I love tennis and I support the Chicago Bulls. Um, got this from the NBA experience in like 2019, back when that was around in downtown Disney. We have an Iowa pin because I was in Iowa for a little bit. Illinois, just general Illinois, because I was born in general Illinois and then I lived in Chicago. And you think that since Chicago was in Illinois, I would only need one pin. Very separate places, very different. Wilderness Lodge, that was my most recent stay. I have thoughts on Wilderness Lodge. Don't love it the way everyone else does. This is a winter 2019 because I went in winter 2019 and I just thought it was cute and I like it. Disneyland 70th because I went to Disneyland during their 70th. Food and wine. Have a couple food and wines. Guess what? I went to Food and Wine in 2024. That's why I have it. And then this is a Christmas pin that opens up to Chippendale on the inside. When you open it all the way up, it represents Wilderness Lodge. Stayed at Wilderness Lodge in 2024 in the winter. So I have this. This is just a Disney Conservation Fund pin, which I enjoy. We have Disneyland 2025, because I went in 2025 for the 70th. So you'll see a couple of those pins. Year of the Rat. This is like a Rizzo pin where Rizzo the Rat is dressed up like Mickey Mouse. From 2008. Super cute pin. I really enjoy it. East High Wildcats. This is from Hot Topic, but I love High School Musical, so I had to get that one. 2024 Spinner. And then at the bottom, we have 1999. We have more food and wine. And we have an Oswald the Lucky Rabbit with Hortensia. Again, I wish I could collect more Hortensia pins, but they're very expensive. So there's that page. And then if we go in, we have some of my Marvel and some of my villains. So I guess we can do villains first. 2019, I want to say this was a 30th anniversary of Little Mermaid. I was in the parks when this released in 2019, and I got it, and I really like it. And I thought I was going to collect like Vanessa and Ursula, and I had to give it up, but I'm not giving up this pin. This is an Acme pin, a Maleficent dragon. It's a trader. I'm going to be a little more picky on what I get for it, but roughly $120 value, so looking to trade her. We have just some general Ursula. We have a Dr. Facilier here. We have the Tamatoa from the Moana booster set. I really like Tamatoa. We have a Yzma and a Kronk and another Ursula. And the Vanessa PTD. Even if I pare down my villains collection even more, I think the Vanessa PTD, the Tamatoa, and this Little Mermaid one I'm gonna keep because I like them. And then the rest of this page is Marvel. So we have some of the set that came out last year, like the Marvel Ice Cream. I have Thanos and Black Panther. Spider-Man Jumbo, Thanos, Doctor Strange, Spider-Man. I like Spider-Man. I also like Wanda / Scarlet Witch, so you'll see a lot of Wanda. Agatha All Along, that was a great show. Wanda and Vision, and then we have like Iron Man, Black Panther, Miles Morales, Spider-Man. So I'm trying to keep my Marvel pin collection down a little bit. We'll see how well that goes. And then this other page, random assortment of pins. So we have like a 2017, because this is the first year I did pin trading. I'm pretty sure this pin is fake, but like I did start pin trading in 2017. Figment Chaser, probably fake. This figment is real. I don't bite. I'm doubtful of how authentic it is. We have this figment up for trade. Figment Popcorn Bucket. I like Figment. There's too many Figment pins and I don't want to be a Figment collector, but I would keep the Figment Popcorn Bucket Fantasy. What else do we have? The Mickey D. Same person who did my Winnie the Pooh tee. I don't think that they make fantasy pins anymore, but it's very cute. And like, I have like a couple Sorcerer Mickey pins. Kermit hat, Disneyland, Proud Family, because I really like Proud Family. I was zapped this Labor Day pin, so I kind of keep it. And then we have like the Funky Baby from Toy Story 1. What else do we have over here? Sorcerer hat, grand opening, and then we have the Rizzo Adorb. I wanted to collect Rizzo, and then once they announced Muppet Vision Closer, I'm like, there's no way I'm gonna collect Rizzo. So Rizzo is up for trade. He's an Adorb. He's Rizzo. Ride is gone. Yeah. Muppets. Cool. Again, High School Musical. I love High School Musical, and I really like this pin because it has like the characters doing the High School Musical jump, and I just really like it. We have this big pig fantasy pin because I don't know. If you don't know a lot about like Hidden Mickey and Hidden Disney, you'll see this series fake. It's like a family car decal series, and then they had like a family one and like pets. And so there's like a cat, dog, a bird, a chicken, and then we have the pig. And back when I first started pin trading, if you saw the pin, you knew it was authentic because they never faked the pig, but there just also weren't a lot of the pigs. But I have it on good authority that the pig has been faked. So now, just because you see a pin on the market does not mean it's authentic, because a known fake person has been faking the pig. So I just decided let's get a big fantasy pin to kind of, there you go, the pig. It's a thing. If you're like newer to pin trading, you probably don't know or care about the pigs, but there was like a whole era of the pig is always real. Okay. This pin is a lot more expensive than I thought. I got it in 2019. It is a Jessica Rabbit. I'm not bad. I'm just drawn this way pin because I like Who Framed Roger Rabbit. And this, I remember getting it at cost at Disney. And it's not the most expensive pin, but I'm like, why is it so expensive? I don't think they make it anymore, but like, she's a little expensive. I have this in extra Sorcerer Duck. Could probably get rid of. Then we have another Disneyland 70th. Muppets Christmas Carol is a part of that 2019 trip. Love Muppets Christmas Carol. Got this one. We have an Emperor's New Groove for the 20th. And we have a Disneyland Hotel because I stayed at the Disneyland Hotel back when I was a kid. Muppets Food and Wine Muppet Lab. Didn't try any of the pickle stuff, but I just liked it. These two. The Hook and the Sebastian Pixie plush because I'm immature. And then we have another Mickey 25th anniversary just because so much has gone on in the pin world in the 25th anniversary. And I also went to Disneyland during the 25th, so like it felt okay getting these, but this is just to commemorate all the wild stuff that has been happening this year in Disney pins. Another frame set, not sure, 2001, a Disney family reunion. Official Disney convention. This is a frame set of a boys versus girls frame set. There's 500 of them. I have frame set 241. And I got it because Clarabelle's in it. But you can see just how cute it is. I got it for a very good price. Again, in my budget video, you'll know why I got such a good deal on this very big frame set. But I have it because it has Clarabelle. And I want to be Clarabelle complete. So yeah, one day I would love to like hang all my frame sets, but gotta get a house first. Someone has to accept my offer on a house because I've been putting them out. Maybe this isn't the year for me to get a house. Maybe that's what I'm learning. But I would love to have all my frame sets hung up, but until then, kind of just hold on to them. But this is one from 2001. This is a set. This is where I keep, I don't know why I said it like that. This is a pin book that I want to fill out. This is what I want to slowly become one of my main collections. These are my attractions in parks and such collection. So I'll kind of explain it. A lot of rides, a couple of restaurants, hotels, all of that fun stuff. So, like I said last year, I don't I say I'm an attractions collector, but I feel like I don't have a lot of pins. So in the past year, I really focused on getting more attraction pins, and this is really why I want to move my collection forward in the future, because attractions are the reason I love Disney. I fell in love with Disney theme parks. Like, I liked Disney Channel as a kid, but I fell in love with it for the theme parks, and I keep going back to Disney for the theme park elements. So that's why I have a lot of like rides and such, mainly on this page. A lot of heavy hitters, a lot of grails to me. So if we get started, we have the Piece of History Sorcerer Hat. I liked the Sorcerer Hat. I used to love Hollywood Studios as a kid, so I cried when they got rid of the hat. And then the first time I went back in 2019, since they got rid of the hat, it just didn't feel the same. So while I was on the trip, I spent too much money to get this because I missed the hat. No one else misses a Sorcerer Hat. I guess a lot of people disliked it, but I really liked it. So this is a good one for me. This is just a random Sorcerer Mickey. Don't know why he's on here, but there we go. We have a Spirit of Aloha pin. This was a dinner show they used to have at Disney World's Polynesian Resort that I went to a couple of times with my family, and I really enjoyed it. And we would always do this like our very first day. We like landed at Disney, and either we stayed at the Polynesian or we would like make our way on over to the Polynesian and watch this show. So when I figured out there was a pin for it, super excited. We have Goofy standing next to one of the backlot tour buses. Again, back when Hollywood Studios was like the greatest place on earth. The backlot tour. So I have this until I can get like an actual backlot tour pin. But there we go. This is a rock and roller coaster pin. I probably should have gotten a couple back when I went as a kid, because I kind of just wanted like one with Aerosmith on it, and then the licensing changed, and now they're changing it to like the Muppets. So I just wanted like a generic rock and roller coaster pin before it closed down for another couple of months, as if it wasn't just closed recently. These are Remember When. So we have the XZFR Rock and Roller Dome, and we have Mission to Mars. I love attractions that are no longer in the parks. I like the hunt of it. So a lot of my attractions collections are old attractions. I just like all attractions, so I'm trying to collect what I can. We have a California Screamin' Fast Pass, because first time I went to Disneyland, it was still California Screamin'. So we have that. We have one for Tiana's Bayou Adventure. It's a pass holder pin. I got this for like $10 on Whatnot. Big Thunder Paris. We have a dinosaur pin that I got at cost, might I say, in like 2017, 2018, when I went to the parks. One of the last times I went before I like went off to college, and I got a dinosaur pin because I thought the ride was going to close back then. And it finally did close. And now this pin that I got at cost is a crazy amount. Superstar Limo. Everyone's favorite Disneyland ride that lasted like a month. I have a pin for it. And then everything else is a part of my Great Movie Ride collection, because I love the Great Movie Ride. My favorite ride. I think Disney should bring it back. Like, I would go on Great Movie Ride like 10 times in a row. And when they got rid of Great Movie Ride, Hollywood Studios went down, in my opinion. I just have to say it. These are a lot of Great Movie Ride collections. I'm pretty sure I'm complete, with the exception of like one pin that like I technically is on the screen, but I'll get to it later. So this is the Metal Magic of Honor for Great Movie Ride. This is a fantasy pin. It's a fast pass. It's beautiful. We have this Artist Choice pin, Mary Poppins Moves. This came out in 2025. Whoa. A Great Movie Ride pin in 2025. It was a part of a box set. And I spent a lot of money on it, but I need to stay Great Movie Ride complete. So I got it. Entirely random. This ride closed like almost a decade ago. But I got it. We have a Lights Camera Pins from an old pin event. We have one of my Grail pins, the Wicked Witch Piece of History pin from Great Movie Ride. We have just a general outline of the Chinese theater. We have these 4 open edition that are like pin on pin of the characters at the rides. I got these authentic in the parks. I think a couple of these have been faked unfortunately. I want to say it's the Singing in the Rain one and maybe the Casablanca one. But shout out to me for getting some of these in the parks when I was a kid because I just loved Great Movie Ride that much. Then we have this Hidden Disney. Again, random in like 2019 when the ride was closed. This was a very random, like, hidden Disney, hidden Mickey set, but I really like them. And I want to get more of them, but I had to get the Great Movie Ride one. Had to. And then we have, again, these are like the character costumes. So we have the general attendee, then we have like the gangster from the movie. And I'm looking for an authentic of like the general cast costume. This one is not authentic. It's not as bad as some of the other fakes, but there's a lot of these. Like, you'll see this cast costume being faked very often. You'll see a lot of bad looking ones on the pin boards. So I am on the hunt for an authentic of this one. But everything else, looking good. And then if we open it up, even more pins. This is where my attractions are. So we have up top the nighttime fireworks series for Walt Disney World. Got all of these in person last year when I went. I think these are just beautiful. I'm trying to collect the Disneyland ones. Space Mountain, Seven Dwarfs. We have another Space Mountain. I'm again debating on trading away the one with Stitch. I thought I wanted to be Nipper the dog complete because I just have like this desire to become complete in at least one thing. And I wanted it to be Nipper because there's only like 4 Nipper pins, but I might get rid of that one. We have a Small World, Love Small World, Mission Space, Remy's, Safari, a couple of Soarin' because I really like Soarin'. This is for making Rooney's Runaway Rail. We have the Haunted Mansion. This is the same set as the Great Movie Ride one. I want to get more of these. Slinky Dog. This is a D23 pin set. If you get like the D23 membership, it's for the Hollywood Tower Hotel. And I just want more Hollywood Tower Hotel pins that don't necessarily feature like Mickey Mouse. Because if I can complain for like 10 seconds, a lot of the merchandise mart for Hollywood Tower Hotel and Tower Terror have like Mickey and Friends on it. And I don't get it. There's no Mickey Mouse in the ride. Can we just have like a scary looking hotel? Why do we have to put Mickey Mouse in it? And then there's the IPs overrunning the park thing. But like, if I can just get some general Tower Terror pins, I would love it without Mickey and Friends. Okay, there we go. That's all I'm gonna say for the Disney pin designers. What is this? The ride in Animal Kingdom. Starts with a K. Cali River Rapids. Everest I love. We have a Star Wars Halcyon Galactic Star Cruiser pin. Again, because like this is... I say attractions because that's easy. But any sort of experience on Disney parks. I have Enchanted Tiki Room. What do we have? We have a Big Owl over here. Fantasmic. I love Fantasmic. The Skyliner. We have a Maleficent Dragon Hollywood Tower Hotel Haunted Mansion pin. We have a Fantasy for Grand Fiesta Boat Tour. We need more Grand Fiesta Boat Tour pins before you guys retheme it to Encanto or Coco. We have Blizzard Beach. We have another Blizzard Beach. We have a Typhoon Lagoon, a Test Track. This is from Test Track 2.0. Not that it makes a difference, but it is Test Track. Safaris, Jungle Cruise, Common Grounds. Then we have 2 for the American Adventure. I would get rid of this one on the left. The one on the right I got because Mickey's dressed as Ben Franklin, and it reminds me of the show, The American Adventure, in the Epcot Pavilion. Which, if you're like really hot and you need like a 40-minute break, watch the American Adventure show in the American Adventure Pavilion in Epcot. I don't know if they have like a pin specifically for the show, but Mickey as Benjamin Franklin is going to represent the American Adventure pin show until I find one, you know? Alright, these 4 up here are the Haunted Mansion portraits. Got these from Box Lunch. We have a Tokyo Disney Sea, Nemo and Friends Sea Rider, Tokyo Disney Sea. Some Joey Choo, Journey to the Center of the Earth, Turtle Talk with Crush in Disneyland. This is a Small World set. We have Lost River Delta. We have the Magical Express. Magical Express, 10 out of 10. I have the Living with the Land Grail. I have a Celebrating Festival of the Lion King. Kite Tales. Fantasy Halcyon pin. Tough to be a Bug. The Riverboat Alien Encounter. This is just a general Disneyland D. This is also a Small World set. Dixie Landing Resort. So, a lot of old hotels, stuff like that. Guardians of the Galaxy. This represents the Guardians Mission Breakout in Disneyland to me, because like the elevators, but I know this was sold in Disney World for a little bit. But to me, this represents the Disneyland ride. Another Tiana's Adventure Paradise Pier Hotel, because it's not Pixar Hotel. Fantasmic. This one is specifically I got in Disneyland, so this one represents the Disneyland Fantasmic, and the other one I have represents Disney World. That's how I rationalize it, but also I just really like Fantasmic, so we have that. Another Small World pin. Again, a lot of the other Small Worlds I got in Disney World. This one I got in Disneyland, so this represents the Disneyland Small World. Indiana Jones. We have Grizzly River Run, and we have the Disneyland Railroad. And then the last page, we have a DCA of that fireworks set. I want the Disneyland one. The Boneyard Dig Site. Got this for my birthday this year. Kind of expensive, but it has gone up a crazy amount since it officially was like locked down and all that stuff. We have an Avengers Campus, because it counts as attractions in my head. Pixar Pier also, again, it counts as attraction in my head. Expedition Everest, Magic of Honor. Expedition Everest, I think, is the ride that originally made me fall in love with Disney, because I don't know if you remember, and if you're my age, you probably do, on Disney Channel, the Disney 365 shorts that would like play during the commercial breaks, there was one where Corbin Bleu went on Expedition Everest, and it was to promote Expedition Everest at Disney World. And then when I went on it and that ride went backwards, that was the craziest thing that ever happened in my life at that point. And I just really like Expedition Everest. And I think Expedition Everest is the reason why I'm in love with Disney parks. Again, I really just have that connection to like the theme parks and that's of it. And this is a part of like a 1997-98 series of like Disneyland attractions. A lot of them are gone, but I want to get this whole set. So we have like the Disneyland People Mover, Viewliner, Observatron, Spaceman K7, Cosmic Waves. They have a whole lot for different attractions. I've been focusing on the ones that are no longer around. Like you saw earlier, there's one for Jungle Cruise for this set, some for like the castle and all that. And then this is for Cosmic Rewind. This came out this year after I asked Disney very nicely to come up with pins that are Cosmic Rewind specific and not just for visiting Xandar. They listened to me. And so there's the ride coaster right there. And Isan, is that the villain's name in the ride? I don't know, but there we go. So I have built up my attraction collection, but there's so much more to go. Okay, we still have one final collection left, so I'm going to show you a frame set and then transition into the rest of that collection. Thank you for sticking around. I will yap about Disney pins all day, and so you can tell by this hour-long video that I love it. This is my lowest edition size pin. It's a Clarabelle Cow pin. If there were to be one Clarabelle Cow Grail pin, I would say it's this pin set. When I started collecting Clarabelle Cow pins, I just assumed I would never get this pin. Again, watch my How to Budget with Disney pin videos. My number one piece of advice for getting Disney pins in your collection is to be patient. And it's not just waiting a couple months, it's waiting years. It took me years to find this pin and track it down. It's from 2003. It's an Ellie of 25. Ellie of 25 frame set that I have. And it's Clarabelle and Horace, Best in Show. It's from a pin trading around the world event. There's a medallion. But we have Clarabelle and Horace. And they won Best in Show grand prize for their beautiful garden. So I still have this all wrapped up. All I know is that I'm just really surprised that I actually have this pin. Ellie of 25. I didn't think I was going to get it, but I do. It is my girl Clarabelle. It's just beautiful. It's wonderful. She's holding her ear of corn. There's Horace. Again, once one of my house offers are accepted, I will hang this up, but until then, she's staying in the packaging. But be patient. You can find your Ellie of 3 pins, but this is my lowest Ellie pin by far. We're almost there. My final pin book, Clarabelle Cow. This is Clarabelle Pins. If I'm talking about pins on the internet, it's going to be on a Clarabelle Pins account. I'm trying to be Clarabelle pin complete, and by that I mean any pin that has Clarabelle Cow on it, I want. Some of them she's the only pin. Some of them it's barely her, but I count it. So here we go. Again, I've been collecting Clarabelle Cow pins for like 8 years. There's less than 100 of them. I'm still not complete. So if you're trying to be complete in a pin or like a character or ride or something, it takes time. But we have quite a few. So we have this spinner right over here. Clarabelle is right over here. We have this big tassel set with Clarabelle right there. We have another spinner over here for Mickey as a band leader. We have Clarabelle and her flute right over here. These were like a Disney Halloween pin. So you'll see a couple of these because they had Clarabelle, Minnie Mouse, and Daisy dressed up as the Hocus Pocus Sanderson sisters pins. And I said, why not just get them? Why not? We have this one, France. This is one of my favorites. It's Synchronized Swimming Olympics from 2004, I want to say, where it's Minnie and Clarabelle doing synchronized swimming. This is a Clarabelle bell, bringing it back to like the first pin I showed in the video, one of the first ones, the Horus one, and the Clarabelle with the bell. I really only collect Clarabelle cow pins, which is why I only have Clarabelle. There was a Halloween half marathon that had a lot of the three dressed as the Sanderson sisters, so I got that one. Band concert, Clarabelle with the flute. This is another one where that's Clarabelle right down there. It says Happy Halloween inside. Happy New Year from 2019. We have Clarabelle right there. And then if we come down here, this is an Ellie of Clarabelle. Disneyland Paris train set. Disneyland Paris Clarabelle 2025. And the first and only Clarabelle Cow Adorb. And I hope it stays that way because I don't get the appeal of Adorbs. But it's from the Pride collection and it's Clarabelle Cow. And not to toot Clarabelle's horn, but I think she's the most popular of the set. So there we go. We open it up and come over here. We have quite a few. We have like this mystery Polaroid set. This was a goodbye pin from the Imagination Gala. It was given out to all people. The 2024 advent calendar, I want to say. This is Mickey Mouse Clubhouse set that you'll see in the parks. Clarabelle's PTD. This is from a frame set. I did not break up the frame set. Someone else broke it up, so I grabbed it. 2021 Hong Kong Disney Equestrian Act Box set. This is from a New York City set. We have a Disney Auctions. Clarabelle's doing her hair. This is from the box set I talked about earlier. The Toontown pin trading. We have Clarabelle. We have this iconic Vermont pin from Adventures by Disney. This is just like a general Paris lanyard refresh. A construction Disney set, a beach ball set. What else can you see? This is another hidden Disney set. This is one of the state sets with Clarabelle Cow. I need the chaser for this one and it's in black and white and I can never find it. So if you have the black and white version of it and you want to trade, hit me up. We have this. Clarabelle is like, you can't really see. It's part of a booster set and it is like different of like Minnie's friends and Pluto and Mickey. Clarabelle is on here, but it's like a blue, this like blue stuff. Clarabelle's on there. So I have a Clarabelle Cow pin. You just can barely see anyone on this pin. These colors don't really work. This is another Clarabelle Cow with one of the Sanderson sisters. It's a fantasy pin though. WDI summer series. This came out last year, I want to say. We have a Tiny Kingdom. What else? We have, this is from like a 4-box set, the Vinylmation. This is a WDI. This is a WDI. These came out the same year. It's like a winter set. She looks so beautiful in her coat. Another Tiny Kingdom. This is a 10 years of pin trading anniversary set. This is another one of those jumbos from Halloween half marathon. And Clarabelle is right there in the purple. You can barely see her. But I got it for below retail, so that's why I have it. We have the pink a la mode special edition. This is unreleased. I don't really understand what that means for pink a la mode. I know it came up for $40 on eBay and it was Clarabelle Cow, so I got it. Then we have like this jumbo Showgirls. And then the last page, we have a history of art Beach Party 1931 pin. We have this coffee right here. This is very interesting. It's a stamp for Grenadines, Grenada stamp. There's a couple in this series that are on pin picks, but there's just no information about the pins. And then the Clarabelle one from the series doesn't help. And then the back of it tells you the company that made it, but that company's out of business. So there's just not a lot of information about it. So you have other of these series I would love to know more information, but we do have a Clarabelle Cow one. This is a 2-pin set. It was a Disney Employee Center Happy Birthday Mickey. So you have Mickey Mouse being surprised by his friends. Beautiful, beautiful, beautiful. Groundhog's Day, Clarabelle. You can barely see her behind the groundhog, but she's there. And she's on the pin, so I had to get it based off of the own rules I set for myself. We have a Wisconsin pin. This is like a bronze gold statue of Clarabelle. We have Clarabelle right here on this Walt portrait. We have a couple puzzle pieces. This is another one of that holiday half marathon with Clarabelle right up top. 2021 Hong Kong Disney Clarabelle. Red car trolley. Minnie's Moonlit Magic was like a cast exclusive event. But if there's a Clarabelle Cow pin, I'm going to find my way to it. We have a caroling pin right over here for the holidays. This one is Clarabelle and Clara Cluck. This is another frame set. This one I have because it was like $5. Do we know if this is Clarabelle Cow? No, because technically back in these shorts, it wasn't named as Clarabelle Cow, but a lot of people say that this cow right here becomes Clarabelle Cow if you care about the history of Clarabelle Cow, and you should. So because it was cheap, I got it, but it's not specifically Clarabelle Cow, but it could be. That's a separate video. We have a Hollywood Studios 25th anniversary set. Silly Symphony Swings. We have Clarabelle right down here playing her flute. Disneyana 2001. Clarabelle Hidden Mickey. This one took me a long time to find because you find a lot of these sets on the boards and a lot of them are fake. But I just could never find the Clarabelle Cow one. And it's like you see these gloves all the time. I finally got a Clarabelle Cow one. This is from a Lunar New Year set. It's Clarabelle Cow. A lot of people are going to tell you that this is Donald. There is a Donald in the set with his hat. And so because of the horns, I say it's Clarabelle Cow. But like if I wasn't who I am and I didn't want to be Clarabelle Cow complete, this one and then this one over here that's like barely Clarabelle Cow, I wouldn't have my collection. But because it is technically Clarabelle Cow and not Donald, because there's a Donald for the set, I have it. Christmas Jammies Mystery Set. This is a LE of like 2,000, 3,000. It's a very high LE, but you'll see these a lot. Then the newest Clarabelle Cow pin is the Stitches of Band Later Disney Store Clarabelle Cows right there. Okay, that was a lot. Those are the 500-ish pins I have in my collection. If you made it to the end, thank you so much, and let me know what you collect, or if you have any questions about pins, let me know. I'm not excited to do this again next year, but hopefully I'm able to trade away a lot of these pins and really refine my collection to, like I said, Clarabelle Cow and attractions, and then like a side collection of like Winnie the Pooh and Tiana. There we go. I'm so tired. That took a lot out of me, but thank you so much for watching the video, and I'll see you later. Bye.